Congratulations. We made it back for another episode. We are live from the living room. I am Jay Rich. And today's guest is a young lady that I've known for a few years now and a new person that I'm meeting for the first time. Misha J and Nadine, Chef Nadine, as she gets her lives together.
Chef Kane.
That's not going to hold. Okay, you got the balance. Okay, you got the balance. Chef Kane is in the building and Misha J. So what all do you do? Because you just told me about 5 different businesses. You do hair, you have a daycare center, you do massage therapy, you get oils and essential oils and everything like this. From a jokes aside, what all do you do?
Well, pretty much it started, I would say, when I was about 18.
Mm-hmm.
18. I had went vegan, and I grew
Still
up,
vegan?
No,
Okay.
stopped being vegan
Because of
July
because of African
last year.
people.
But
African people being you?
I say because of African people, she started eating meat.
Yeah, that mean you?
I'm just kidding. Huh?
Huh?
What you? I don't understand.
anyway,
Go ahead. She got me. She with me.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't because of something that I've seen or something that I've heard. You know, I pretty much grew up off of like high fructose corn syrup. It was banned from my household.
That's good.
No beef, no pork. My mom was very health conscious.
Yeah.
So
That's
by
good,
the time
though.
I left her household, I was only eating everything healthy and chicken.
Okay.
Pretty much. Not saying that, if you eat beef, okay, that's fine. If you eat pork, okay, that's fine. But literally, anytime she found out about something, her goal was just to make sure that her children were eating as fresh as possible, as healthy as possible.
Okay.
So,
I respect that.
No candy, no soda, no anything.
All right. So my follow-up question to that is, as a kid, did you feel left out? The need to rebel?
No, because when you grow up that way, you don't really have a taste for it.
You don't know what you're missing.
You don't know what you're missing, exactly.
Okay.
And also, it was...
Sweetie, you got to put your phone down. This is a show.
And
I have an
also...
addiction to it. Sorry.
You turn your ringer off? You turn your ringer off?
I will right now, sir.
And also, my grandma, she wasn't like as health conscious. She's pretty much...
Oh, that's where I was going
for
next.
Everything.
So when you go to
had it in moderation.
let the kid have their fun.
Yeah.
And then,
But
okay.
it wasn't like Skittles and Starburst. My grandma's, we have...
You don't like pink Starburst?
Like the gumdrops. Like the
Okay.
Sugar Bowl gumdrops.
So you saying you don't like pink Starburst?
I do like pink.
I was about to pull your woman card.
Actually, when I got my first job and I actually started, having my own money and, was, just buying little things I see at the gas station, I actually became a little hooked on candy.
Oh, so you did compensate for the miss out. You did do the okay.
Yeah.
Were you aware of it, or you just didn't know? You was like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is. I'm addicted now.
I wasn't aware at first
Right.
until I started seeing myself buying it every single day when I would come into.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was that. I moved out when I was 18, got my own place, still eating the same as I did when I left my mom's household. But one day my grandma had bought all of these watermelons, right?
Okay.
And of course she gave them to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any more room left in the fridge, so I was like, you know what? This is gonna be the only thing I eat until I get rid of it. And I realized
So you did a detox spot.
right, but
without
I didn't
knowing
realize
it.
that I was doing that.
Okay.
So I spent the whole day eating watermelon, and at the end of the day, I wasn't hungry. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even eat any meat today, like no chicken, nothing else, and I'm not hungry. So I was like, okay, I put myself on a challenge. I'm gonna do this for 6 days.
Okay.
So I did it for 6 days, and of course, I started feeling lighter. I started feeling like I had more energy. So like, I wonder if I do this for a month, just eat fruits and vegetables. It wasn't a vegan thing. At that point in time, veganism and vegetarianism, it
Wasn't
didn't
even
exist.
a thing yet.
Yeah, it didn't exist to me. It wasn't even a thing. And I wasn't even on social media. Never been that.
That was how long ago?
That was like almost 9 years. Wait, it's I don't know, 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Almost
so
8 years ago.
yeah, so I wasn't really big on social media or anything, so it was nothing out there that could have influenced me to eat this way.
Okay.
Besides the fact that it wasn't hard for me to wing off of certain things because I was already eating fresh. I didn't have any like, oh, I'm addicted
You already
to
had the
Taco Bell,
template.
Burger King, anything. It was just like, okay, I'm doing this challenge.
So,
And then it
so
continued.
when you ate something that wasn't necessarily in your day to day palate, did you get sick?
You're talking about like
If you ate something greasy or like a wing, or like say you went out with friends and like, oh, we eat over here, like I don't really eat that, but okay, and then you eat it and you're like, oh, my stomach, like your body rejects it.
growing up, or just
Both.
like after I
Both.
became vegan. Well, I was, and she can attest to this. I was strictly vegan.
Okay.
Like, so I never had that, experience of me like taking a cheat day and then all of a sudden I'm sick. Like everyone would talk about. I didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that after I decided to start eating, well, it started with like, I think goat meat. I didn't get sick.
Okay.
Actually, I slept better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't get sick. So I feel like if anything, maybe if I would have ate like some kind of fast food, maybe I would have got a headache because it's processed different.
Right.
But I didn't. I just ate like some goat meat from this Indian restaurant.
So with your friend being a chef and she wants to cook a little bit of everything, does that ever have any built-in conflicts?
No, not now. I'm not vegan anymore.
Okay. What's her?
Oh yeah, before.
There we go.
Yes.
What was it?
Yes.
What?
Oh, okra stew.
What was it
Whenever
about
I
the stew?
cooked the okra stew and you couldn't eat?
Yeah, and you was like, oh, you can't eat this. I took the meat out of it. You can eat it without, but it was the fact that the meat was cooked inside of it.
Oh, she was
I
really
can't go.
extreme. Like, there's no way you can just take out the meat and she can still eat the soup.
Yeah,
You
because
have
it was
to
there.
cook without it.
So if someone cooked something on a grill that they made vegetables on, and they're like, oh, I made vegetables on it, and you're like, no, but you made meat on there too.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been to that point before, and that's what made me stop being vegan, because I started to realize I was becoming an extremist.
Okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of people get to a point where they feel something that they're not used to.
Mm-hmm.
They found out that it's good for them because they're making it, because it makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So because they're not used to it, it becomes like the only way, truth, and the light. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
So like this has
Like
to be
when
it
a
because
person
I
finds
never
religion
felt-
and then they project like this is the only religion and it's
Yes.
option. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But really, it's just the simple fact that we're supposed to detox.
Mm-hmm.
At certain times of the year, just to cleanse your body.
Yeah.
We're in
Just a reset.
really toxic environment.
Right.
It's a
Really?
reset.
Right.
So it's like when
I guess
you
we
haven't.
detox naturally in Africa because we don't need to detox.
Probably.
What do you mean by that? Like you have.
Because everything since we grow up, everything we eat is natural.
Mm-hmm.
Come from the ground, grow from like grandma goes and pick up things from the market.
Yeah.
The goat is right there working, and then next day it's gonna be in the pot.
Versus like if you grew up in the inner city,
Yeah.
and all
Exactly.
you do is have access to let's
all
say
processed food, or is it
processed
built in
foods
your
and
culture?
stuff. You become vegan. That becomes your way, truth, and the light. Ain't nothing anybody can tell you. I've had, not me personally. Say somebody had really bad asthma your entire life, and then you go vegan and you eating plant-based stuff.
Yeah,
The
and they
plant-based
fix it,
stuff
and
is
now they trying to.
stripping your body of the
Okay,
mucus.
I can't
So
necessarily
now
when you
it's
frame
like,
when you frame it
you
that
know.
way, I can't necessarily blame a person for that being their testimony,
Mm-hmm.
because I know for me, my palate in life really changed when I moved to Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and I started meeting people from different walks of life, an African, somebody from Caribbean culture, and I started talking to my people back home, and then like my cousins back up north, and I started talking about like Caribbean food or Ethiopian food and different things like that, and they looked at me like, bro, what you done did? You got you a girl and turned you out, you know what I'm saying, and put you on to something. It's like I just expanded my horizons, did something out my comfort zone, and what happens is sometimes people are not ready to receive the information that you're giving them, and then I've been that person as well. I've had to revisit situations where people would give me, at the time it looked like bad advice or it sounded like something crazy, and then I revisited it when I was ready and I was mentally in a different place, and I was more receptive to it. And that's what I just chalked up to. I mean, we make our little jokes within our family and stuff like that, but it's funny. But it really just becomes like people have a culture in which they know,
Used to.
and then it's hard to get them out of that.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I know when I met you, you were having, I won't say difficulties. I would say more so a culture clash of you were trying to incorporate the way you fed somebody based on the way you grew up versus their diet in America. And did you ever find a happy medium between, not necessarily with that person, but just in general, like American cuisine or like seasoning things the way we're accustomed to versus what, you know, the culture that you grew up in?
I think I kind of like, I don't know if I'm answering your question, if I'm understanding properly, but I think I kind of changed a little bit. In the beginning, I was sure whatever I was making was good.
Yeah.
The way I was seasoning my thing was the best way.
Yeah.
There's nothing into it. Like, and then I realizing, hey, maybe you should put a little less seasoning on that chicken, or you should not put this one
less seasoning.
Because I realized that because whenever I was with that person at that time, my best friend came from France, and I was cooking some chicken for him. You won't eat that chicken, and she came from France and did the same chicken but put less seasoning. He eat the whole chicken, and I was pissed.
Less of what seasoning though?
All the seasoning that I have at
just
home.
all the seasoning.
She didn't buy anything special. She just used whatever I have, but she just put a little more, a little less. He eat. Oh my God! You should have do it like this. That's how you should.
Oh no! I thought black people like seasoning.
No, we do. No, I remember, if I remember correctly, I remember I ate your chicken and I ate the rice. I think the thing that was a little bit foreign to me was the fish head. Something like that. I think
Fish head?
Yeah, I think the way you had prepped the fish or something like that. It was a little bit foreign to the way
y'all leave on the fish head.
Yeah. And it was just something just a little bit different and foreign in the way it was prepped. It wasn't nasty. It was just foreign to my taste buds. Yeah. And then, you know, when you're not necessarily when it's foreign to you, sometimes it's you have to like mentally prepare yourself for something out of your customs. And that's not the easiest transition sometimes. Yeah. But I knew you enough to trust you, and it wasn't like a trust like, oh, she's gonna poison me or something like that. Yeah. But it was just more so like, I know you, and I know your spirit, and I know your light, and it was like, let me try it. I ain't even asked the hard questions yet. She already taking the jacket off.
No. I don't know what's going on. Like,
I ain't even get to the tough questions yet.
Can I put it right there?
Yeah, you good. So, for me, what as from that standpoint, what about from American cuisine that you have you adopted to your taste buds or your palate, if anything at all? Nothing. That my way is the right way.
No. I mean, I'm always open, but what I do is that YouTube is my area to learn. Okay, YouTube like everybody else. To be honest, I be going to YouTube school since 10 years now. So
also real thing. It's a real thing.
Oh, definitely.
The way and from where, and not to cut you off, but the way you used to do your makeup when I first met you to now.
Oh, please don't talk about it.
No, but I mean, you've always been beautiful.
I didn't come for this year. We are cutting this.
Oh, it was real. She picked up the Michael X on me.
I'm not leaving your mouth.
No, you good. No, you good. No, the thing is,
this is so true. I was actually talking about it before I came here.
Really?
I was showing somebody my picture.
The pictures?
And I was looking at my eyebrow.
Yeah.
I have to work on it. Mm-hmm. My eyebrow used to be so dark,
but it was such a difference.
It was representing of my situation of my mind, everything I was going through. So every time I was drawing,
it was thick. It was thick. They were thick.
But you know, when the eyebrow thing became popular, a lot of women were drawing their eyebrows too dark.
Yeah, but what I realized with that, go ahead.
I'm not gonna cut you off, but why is weird? Is that okay? You better be out. Oh! You guys came to today.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Let's talk about everything. Okay,
Finish your thought.
I mean, that was me before. Okay, that's me now.
Right. No, but I appreciate the growth. I understand because I seen the transition. So for me,
Jesus. How
like
do we care for the eyebrow part? Like, let's rewind.
no, the transition of like how we're going
Oh,
back to how we know it.
YouTube.
People
Yeah, YouTube.
always expect you to be a certain way. Like,
All right, so look, all right, I'm gonna say this. So what I learned in looking at women, even studying myself, when you mentioned the school of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
We learn things that we don't know, and then there's we understand there's a template that people are working off of, and there's like a period of time, and it's kind of still a thing now where like all the girls are working off the same template where they kind of look the same, even though they have different structures and skin tones and stuff like that. They're working off the same template. So their eyebrows, the way you guys used to contour your makeup.
Some of them look like they're about to
the bronzer.
Right. Yeah, the bronzer,
Yeah.
everything was
You remember
basic,
the
a
bronzer
standard
was
template.
popular for the nose.
Oh,
yeah.
Everything.
Oh, now all the girls look like they're about to fly with the lashes. They're about to fly
I hate
out.
that. I hate it.
No,
I hate
you
it with
can't
passion.
put lashes, but
No,
look,
It's,
this is lashes.
I judge.
you know?
I judge off lashes.
This
like
is
yours is
natural.
ladylike, and then I'm not gonna front. It's for all right. Entertainers are a little bit different because they're trying to be extra, but women that are not in the entertainment
And
industry,
they're trying to act like they are in the
it
that's
looks a little different.
Oh my God.
Nails, and then lashes are a big thing for me because it speaks to how you represent yourself,
Definitely.
the way you speak,
Definitely.
the how you present yourself, and then how you, and then as a man, the type of woman that you take out in public is a representation of you, just like I'm a reflection of you.
Definitely.
So that becomes problematic for me.
Yeah.
Now, going back to what I was saying about the way you do your makeup
the
to
eyebrow.
now.
It's okay. Just
No,
everybody
it's
have
funny,
a
it's funny.
past.
No. It's good. It's fine. You're fine.
If this
It's
is on
just-
the camera,
No, you good. You good. Trust me.
But
Yeah,
somebody
you
need to
good.
get it.
Lord.
You good. Trust me, you good. No, you good. All right. So what I was saying is seeing your growth, like even the way we used to communicate.
oh yeah, my English.
Right.
Okay.
But
This
I've known you for a long time. I've known you for a long time, so I seen you go through so many different
I thought you got
transitions.
questions for me. I didn't
This is
know
the
you got-
conversations.
No,
I think he gets.
I'm
somewhere.
enjoying
Let-
it though.
let-
I'm enjoying it. You make me laugh. Let's go.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I just want to speak to the
let me be
evolution
serious.
of how I met you to how what I see you as now, like a person that's well adjusted, and I just want to commend you because what you've done here in America, like the transition of like a language that was foreign to you, customs, the way I guess the men behave here, and you
Everybody,
acquiescing
friends,
yourself,
women,
right?
mans, everybody.
Everybody is
is
different. That's I think a lot of people in America, we have this natural cockiness or arrogance, and
Entitlement.
entitlement. Yes,
Entitlement, yeah.
and we don't necessarily respect the transition it takes to come over here and then acquiesce and then like make yourself a part of the culture, but not necessarily lose yourself. You haven't lost yourself, but you made yourself different and you've evolved, and I've seen the evolution, and I appreciate that, and I just want to give you a kudos for that.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
when I first met you, you just only want to model and want to be on a reality TV show.
Oh Lord, yeah. I told people a lot of crazy thing on this. on
You were
this-
so, but the thing about you being a Leo, everything that you talk about or everything that you're feeling at the moment, you're so passionate about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then finish.
So you're being
I
you're Chef Nadine now, right? Mm-hmm. So what dishes are your specialty, if any at all?
Okay. So how do you come from this to that question?
Because I'm full circle.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I thought
What-
it was going somewhere else with that, but that's fine. Okay, so what's my
You
favorite
never
dish
know
to
what we-
cook?
Yeah.
To be honest,
What's your go-to dish to have say, hey, this is what
the
I do?
first dish I would do?
Yeah.
Okay, so
still
depending
waiting
on
on my
the
fufu
depending on your culture. If you're African, first thing I'm gonna do for you is okra,
Mm-hmm.
because okra soup is my favorite and it's the soup that I know how to make for sure.
Okay.
I can't miss that.
Okay.
If you somebody that from that European or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to cook some pasta for you.
Okay.
Italian pasta.
Yeah.
If you like shrimp, I'll put shrimp on it. If you like vegetable or spinach or whatever, I put that on it. If you, depending where you come from, really, I just adapt myself. Basically, that's what I'm like. I just cook the way I feel. It's
Okay.
like one day I wake up, I feel like eating like Chinese soup or Korean. I'll just go to the Korean market or Chinese market and buy everything I need and follow the recipe and do it. So it's like I don't really have
a go-to.
Yeah, I mean.
So let me ask this: what American thing have you grown to like that you necessarily weren't?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Yeah.
Mac and cheese
Did you
is
make
my
her mac and cheese?
favorite.
Did you make her some vegan mac and cheese? Some gluten free?
No, she haven't cooked for me yet.
Really? What about that? Let's talk about that, friend. Let's talk about that, friend.
No, my friend's gonna make me some green. I don't eat no
You
green.
probably you make all the food, huh?
I mean, not a lot.
I'm
but
still waiting
yeah,
on my
she
fufu. You said you supposed to do a fufu. I'm waiting on my
Yes,
fufu.
I know.
Everybody wants her fufu.
I know.
She told me I need to be present for the fufu challenge, and I was
Trust me,
like, I'm waiting on the
I
fufu
will.
challenge.
And the fufu challenge passed, and I still didn't do it.
Yeah.
This is Nadine, always taking time. She know already. She already talk to me about it every day. Why you don't just start? Why are you always waiting?
To start. That's one thing I would say I learned about myself.
Yeah.
Because
You
you always want things to be perfect. You want the presentation to be right, but the thing about that, you don't know what you need to fix until you run into the problem sometimes. And I think what happens to a lot of people, we want everything to be perfect starting out the gate, but sometimes you don't know what you can fix until you start doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
So just do it. Just do it and fix it.
Yeah, I mean,
we talk about your eyebrows.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you look at it then, like you felt. I saw your confidence when I see you, when I will see your like the old eyebrows. Your confidence level went up because you did your eyebrows. You did something different from your look.
Yeah.
Now you're saying like, oh, you're looking at the old me. It's like that's not who I am anymore. I've learned better. I've evolved.
Oh no, it's still me. It was just eyebrow that was messed
Was
up.
it? What was it? Just too thick?
You see?
What was it? Just too thick? Because I'm a heterosexual
Okay.
man. So
Okay, sir. Let's talk about this eyebrow thing for the
Go ahead.
last time.
okay, let's go.
I mean, it's funny because I have pictures of me in Paris where I never used to have this type of eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I can try to find some picture to show you guys. I never used to have my eyebrow that thick and dark. I don't know what happened, but all I know, I swear to God, on everything I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved here, life was hard.
Yeah.
So the way I'm being honest,
I mean that's real.
you guys are laughing, but it's the truth.
No, but you're.
And I used to live with an auntie that used to draw eyebrow like
Oh my
this.
God.
So I probably forgot myself, start acting like the auntie.
Yeah.
And
that
no,
happens.
for real, it's not an excuse. I mean, and then I'm like, it is. When somebody one time wanted to tell me about my eyebrow, and she was like, they did something is wrong with your eyebrow. I'm like, oh, you don't know that thing. Because you know, at that moment, I wasn't ready to listen. You know, there's a lot
That's
of
a
girls,
real thing, though.
There's a lot of girls in the street that don't know how to dress up. They don't know how to do nothing. But when you don't tell, oh, girl, you don't do nothing. Oh, girl, you don't even know.
This is style.
This is the thing right now. You got to be able to learn sometime. And just whenever, like, when people really care for you, they'll tell you what is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to.
I just said that people that really care for you enough to be honest with you, or strangers.
But you got to be able to hear it and apply.
Yeah, you got to be receptive.
and did it and receptive.
Yeah.
Don't just always be like, oh my gosh, she don't know anything. What's she gonna tell me that? No, just look. It doesn't take you. It doesn't gonna
There's
hurt
a fine
you.
line between that, because there's a fine line between being confident and then also being receptive, and like there's a difference between having a half empty glass or half full glass, and there's a thing with that. Well, you can be full and have what you need, but also be able to receive more, and some people don't have that. But that speaks to your growth.
Yeah.
To receive it.
I think so. I did receive it. Oh, when I receive it, I have to receive it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was dating somebody and literally talked to me and say, "Hey, I need to tell you something." I said, "Why?" I said, "Oh, please,
man,
please don't be mad at me, but those eyebrow, you need to fix them."
All right. So last time I had you here, go ahead.
But let's do not talk about this, please, to respect the life that I have right now. If you want to ever talk about this,
what does that mean?
If you want to talk about that.
Not that person, no.
Oh, thank you.
No, I was gonna speak to something else. I mean, it kind of encompasses that,
Jesus,
but
I'm hot.
the last time you were here, you were very adamant about speaking about American men and the cultural differences.
Yeah.
Do you see a consistency in the type of men that you date?
I don't really understand the question.
The personalities, are they same? Are they the same? Do they look the same? Like all the men
The
that you
guy
date?
that I date, do they all look the same?
Yeah, do they look the same? They have similar characteristics and traits?
Not really. One thing they have in common, how you say orgueil? How you say orgueil?
Oh, what?
Ego. I don't know
Big
why
ego?
I'm always
Egomaniacs?
have the men that
narcissists?
have egos. No,
Yeah.
I didn't say narcissistic. That's
Okay.
two different things.
Okay.
Ego, like a lot of ego.
Mm-hmm.
Proud.
Yeah.
That's the kind of man. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a woman of character too. Maybe I don't know. But I kind of attract those kind of men.
Yeah. You said tried, as in past tense. Have you shied away from that?
I didn't say try.
You said tried, as in past tense, that meaning that you've distanced yourself. That says either you transition to something else.
Yeah, I guess I'm in something new right now. Let's see how I go. Goes pretty good so far. So let's see how I go.
Okay. What about you? What do you have a type? Do you have a type?
I don't have a type. I just like decent men.
What does decent men look like to you?
A decent man is someone who is a gentleman. You know, as far as like, I like men who open up the door for me. I've had plenty of those experiences, so I cherish those kind of things because if I'm dating someone that doesn't, I start to miss that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I it's just certain things. I like men who
Girl, put that phone down.
take the initiative to like do traditional things. Like we're at dinner, I want you to pay for the dinner. I see a lot of women saying,
Men don't
I'm
pay
going
for
to pay for
dates
my
and they're
man.
going Dutch.
huh?
Like guys that don't want to, they want to go 50-50 on dates and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And Dutch.
I'm not into those kind of things. Kind
I have a
of
theory
things.
about that, but I'm go ahead and finish.
Yeah, so I'm like I feel like, of course, I'm not someone who's looking for a man to do every single thing, for just taking advantage of the fact that, you know, he's going to do every single thing for me, because I feel like women are naturally
Given.
submissive. Yeah, so
To the right man.
Yeah.
to the right man. So if you do enough, she's going to feel the need, not even a want.
See, that's never been a problem that I've had, but so when I hear men talk about it, it's not necessarily I find it hard to be receptive to it, but it speaks to a lot of their situations. And then like my worst situations is, well, from my personal standpoint, my worst situation, it was like I'm mad about it because I didn't represent myself the way I traditionally have presented myself. But she told me she was willing to accept it, and she wasn't. And that's why it makes you stick to your guns to say, okay, if I'm not able to present myself the way I'm used to carrying myself, don't do it at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty much like, you know, traditional men, like men who are like follow traditional standards, I guess you could say.
Where would you say you got your idea of a man from?
My family.
Yeah.
Like my great grandfather, my grandfather, my father.
Okay. And when you say that man, the idea of a man, what does it look like to you based on your template and your blueprint?
It looks like someone who takes care of their family, you know, loves the woman in their families, is very attentive, very respectful, someone who's like has a joyful spirit, stern when necessary. I don't know, not all over the place, not loose.
A real man.
I wouldn't say loose, but someone who isn't like I don't know. I feel like we're in a time where I guess you could say, generation wants everyone to want them. They want to be seen by everybody. They want attention from everybody. Like they're thrilled by short-term like gratification and satisfactions and things of that nature. And me, I'm very long-term. Like I don't do anything unless it benefits me in the long run.
Okay.
Anything, you know.
Okay. So, from a relationship standpoint, do you guys have non-negotiables that you know of off top? Like things you're not willing to negotiate, like no one's ever going to change your mind on what structure is of a relationship.
Good question. You want to start? I mean, it can be anything about a physical point, like
whatever,
anything.
Whatever.
A lazy man.
What's lazy?
A man with no ambition, with no ambition at all, and that just want to have money the easy way. Just want to be doing stupid business and get money, and you don't really know what he does really.
Yeah.
He's just telling you, "Don't worry, I got it."
Mm-hmm.
But you don't ever see him go to work.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I call lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that right there, yes, definitely. Like for me, at the end of the day, I'm kind of traditional too. Even if I'm still gonna, I'm a woman that like to spend for her man too.
Yeah.
I like to do that because it makes me happy myself.
Yeah.
But I like my man to be the man because I have a very strong character, so I need a man to have that to be the man of the house, like to do what he's supposed to do, to lead me, to tell me where to go, and things like that. I think it's very important. Like I'm not
now. With you saying that, have you ever had a problem with a man giving order, direction, leadership, and you didn't receive it?
Yes, because
what made you not receive it?
Because, like I say, like she said earlier, you become submissive to the
right man.
To the right. You just take the word from my mouth.
Yes.
You become submissive to the right man.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a man in the house, trust me, when the man is there, you already knows the man. Mm-hmm. The respect comes by itself. Mm-hmm. The way you even behave around him is different. Mm-hmm. It's not because he's paying you Gucci, he's paying. No, it's not. Nothing to do with that. The way he behaves, the way he treats you, the way he talk to you. It's like talk to you like a queen. He chooses word before to talk to you.
Yeah.
He really like, baby, are you okay? Are you good? How was your day?
And
Texting you in the day. Like
you become very cautious, like you, because you don't want him to feel disrespected. By
yes.
You.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
You don't want it. You don't even want no problem.
Someone, y'all want to make it work, but you just not making it work, and y'all saying anything you want to one another.
Yeah.
Because the respect isn't there.
Gotcha.
A man don't need to be mad at a woman. A man don't need to scream at a woman to want the woman to respect him. Submission comes naturally in a woman. God placed it inside the woman naturally for the right man. Period. If you're with the woman, she's not submissive for you. Ask yourself what you're doing wrong.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So from a woman's standpoint, what do you see that women get wrong in relationships?
Talking too much.
Talking too much or needing... Okay, elaborate on that. Is it trying to win arguments?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like when you talk too much, especially when it's in the heat of the moment, you can say the wrong things. Mm-hmm. And then, the way that women, I feel like based on my own experiences, the way that women forgive isn't the same way that men forgive. I feel like once you cross a certain boundary and they feel like disrespected, they can't, it's really hard to win their respect.
True to that, friend.
Mm. So what is the difference between the way men forgive and women?
May I say something? I feel like it's already hard for a man to kind of give his whole self to a woman. So whenever he do, and he fully give you all his attention and all his heart and everything, whenever you disappoint him and you take that back, it's actually hard for him to give back. It's not like women. That's why, women, is that you can hurt us and come back and argue us and everything, and then we're gonna forgive you right in the moment. But a man, he needs time. He needs you to kind of prove him that you're gonna change and stuff like that. For him to kind of want to give you another chance. I feel like there's women like that too. But most of the men's are like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would say. Okay.
From a modern standpoint, what do you think is different in women from compared to old school traditionalism?
Woo, that's a good subject. Let's go.
Women,
Start on it, baby.
I feel like women don't really care for real. They feel like they have a lot of options. I feel like they feel more free. You know, they're not as reserved or conservative. I would say. I don't know.
And with you saying that, that kind of positions it as if you find being free as problematic. Would you say yes?
There's a definition of freedom.
Yeah, because I feel like because of, let's say, I don't like to get into like mainstream media artists or whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of women look at it as like liberation, like the things that they hear, let's say popular artists like Megan Thee Stallion, especially Cardi B, they feel liberated. Right. In a way that, let's say, our grandmothers.
It gives them the theme songs to
be
what they
the
want.
way that be what they want, because they feel like, let's say you had seen your grandmother and your mother get cheated on, but they still wear buttoned up shirts and like still stay faithful, still keep the dinner hot and ready, you know, and they didn't like it, you know, they didn't like seeing it. So you hear a woman come out and say, no, I'm gonna do what I want. If he do this, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna wear what I want, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna get attention from other people, because you get attention from other people. It makes them feel liberated in a sense, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good.
You have something to add to that, Nadine?
She right. I feel like, especially the time. I mean, we are living in a time where all the women looks like, most of the women looks like they all act the same way. Everybody want to be the copy of another person. I don't know if you agree on that, but there's no originality really. That's why I'm like, I pick my friend. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody do. I mean, Well, when you get to a certain point.
Yeah, if you're conscious of what you need in life.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, just to answer the question, I agree with her. I mean, like, I think it's everything that's, I think, the word is, I mean, like everything we see on TV and everything's become like, everything that used to be no when we was child now is yes. All the bad things now become good, and all the good things become, it's all the way around. The whole world is going backwards.
Glorified.
Yes.
There's no balance.
So,
no boundaries at all.
So from my perspective as a man, right, I feel like,
sorry,
go ahead.
But I just want to say, I finish. I'm not judging nobody. That's very important.
Yes.
That's very.
I'm judging.
No. I need to say that because I was to a point in my life where I probably act certain way or did certain thing that I didn't like.
We all have.
Yes. So I want to make sure. I'm just saying that. So I don't want to judge anybody or anything, but I feel like at the end of the day, you need to kind of sit down and analyze yourself and see what your priority are in life, you know?
Yeah. I agree with that. But also, with that being said, I agree with the part when I say I'm judging is because I've sat down and analyzed myself, the behaviors that I've exhibited that is not true to my core character. And then you understand that's not me. Yeah. And then you also assess other people. And then you also, for me, I feel like I'm assessing people moving in their wounds necessarily outside of what their true character is. And what you guys seem to be describing, it sounds like a lot of people are moving based on coping mechanisms. They're moving based on, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm going to be the first point to hurt. Or I don't care. There's a lot of a culture in which people seem to, it's glorified as not caring. And then if you do get in a situation and it doesn't turn out the way you want it, you finesse the situation to the point where it turns to an advantage to you. So being vulnerable and being open to the natural feelings that come with love in a relationship, it's like, okay, I've navigated through that and I've gotten over that. Whereas it's like, I never really cared anyway. But to me, that's a coping mechanism. And a lot of people that get their theme songs and their battle cries, in a sense, from mainstream artists, they got to look at the people that they're talking about or getting their material from. A lot of times these people are in relationships. They're committed. And and they're basically they don't understand the line between entertainment and real life because we all kind of seem to find our echo chamber or people that agree with us. And for me, I like to go in rooms where people don't necessarily agree with me, not because I like confrontation, because I like growth.
Yeah.
It's hard to get growth with people that always agree with you.
Yes, that's true.
Definitely.
That's true.
Definitely.
Ooh,
1000%.
yeah. You know what? And that's probably why you said I do judge.
Yeah.
It's necessary. Think about it. You know, people want to be the person to not judge so much
Because
so
we don't want to be
can-
confrontational. We
Yeah.
don't want to be problematic.
You know when you say you don't judge, it's more like Bible kind of related. But we all do judge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't,
right. You're
like
right.
when I say I'm not
There's
judge,
a certain
like,
level of bravery.
I don't condemn them. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by that.
Well, yeah.
But I have
that's-
a
exactly.
judgment because I have an opinion on it.
Right.
Because that's kind of a judgment right
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
So yeah, that's exactly what I said. When I say I judge, it's not necessarily I'm trying to condemn somebody like I'm holier than thou. I'm not on a soapbox in that sense. But what I'm saying is a person I can identify wounds because I've either been there or seen somebody in that space, and I know you won't feel like this if you meet the right person.
Yes.
But you're moving in a way that won't necessarily allow you to keep the person that you deem as right
Yes.
because of what you're doing right now based on the person that hurt you or the situation that hurt you. And a lot of people try, it goes back to being receptive to information. Sometimes we're not necessarily receptive, or myself, I've been that person. So I've seen people not necessarily be receptive and they'll naturally be have a rebuttal based on where they are right now.
Their situation or
Yeah.
circumstance. Especially when they know how they're moving is wrong or foul or it's like opposite to where they need to go.
Right.
They're going to reject whatever you have to say.
Like
They're not
being
ready
single
to
and
do the right
unaccountable
thing.
is fun until you find somebody that you care about, and then how you represented yourself in prior to them, it matters to them. And everybody kind of has this thing where they like try to shame people, like, well, you shouldn't care because we all got past. Like, yeah, we all got past, but if my past looked like this, if I took the time and I cultivated a culture in which I built myself for family, and you built yourself to be single and have fun and do what you want to do, and you have all these list of mistakes and things I need to, in essence, forgive, that's problematic for us going forward. Am I right?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are living a life to look great single.
I like that. Transitioning. Do you think, have you guys identified your love languages?
Do we talk,
I like
did
when
we
I say
talk about this in the Bible study?
See, I like this
I
when
think so, yeah.
when the women say, I say love languages, and the women just start smiling like, What's your, all right, let me ask this.
Okay, it can be physical, right? It can be touching.
Whatever, yeah.
I feel like I have very typical
What is it?
love language.
No, you that's what I've been learning and talking and listening to people, right? I think what I think is common sense to me is uncommon to someone else.
Yeah,
And what I think is
definitely.
normal is different for some other people. So
Yeah.
So speak to what works for you.
Like acts of service,
Okay.
you know.
Oh Lord, those people using some English here. I need a dictionary, guys.
Acts of service meaning like
Lord Jesus Christ.
a person that is more so considerate in their actions. Opening, like what she said, opening up a door,
Okay.
being considerate of the day,
Okay, a
making
gentleman.
plans for you. Yeah.
I know. So
Yeah.
say that again.
Gentlemen.
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yeah.
Good.
So what do you think?
No,
what
she
would you
ain't
consider?
finished yet.
Oh, you got more?
Yeah, we just cut her off. I
No,
think
go
she
ahead, go
was-
ahead, go ahead.
okay.
Acts of service.
Words of affirmation.
I feel like that's no, not really words of affirmation.
Okay.
No,
Gifts.
that's
I
not
think
my-
is
I like
one.
Gifts.
You like gifts? Okay. Is it
Like
lavish gift?
flowers. I
Okay.
love flowers.
And there's different types of gifts. Yeah.
God, I love
but I
flowers.
love flowers.
Mhm.
Like it's just small.
Most
things.
women
I
do.
like
Sentimental.
sentiments.
Like,
Some
like
women
when
like to
somebody
pretend
this
they
show,
don't.
I've been thinking of you. Like those type of gifts. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Nene?
Yeah, some women like to pretend they don't like flowers. Please. Okay. Yeah, I love flowers, and I can't wait to the day I come home to the big flower. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't wait. I'd be like a kid. I would dry them. Okay. Oh, so yeah. I love flowers. I love to cuddle. Oh, I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Oh Lord Jesus! If it was me, I'll cuddle all day, all night. I just want to be like
touch.
Yes, I'm a cuddle type of person. You don't see I always kiss you, I always argue. Like, I mean,
it's physical, yeah.
Yeah. What else?
I find that out about myself too. But all right, so the reason why I ask about love languages, it's a loaded question. So, have you guys identified why you've developed that love language? So, with you being touched, do you think your parents hugged you enough, or you think
they didn't?
They didn't. Okay, so that's why you like to touch. Okay, that's me too. What about you? I'm big in psychology, so I kind of I love these questions.
Yeah,
and
well, I never really thought about that. I feel like
it's an interesting thing.
I feel like I got hugged and kissed a lot. You know, my grandma's a grandma. My mom. Yeah. I remember her coming up to my school, and when I was like in the 5th grade, trying to kiss me goodbye, and I'm trying to be like, because I'm embarrassed.
Right.
You know,
and then you get older, it's like, oh, I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a. Yes, I am. I guess it depends on the person that I'm with, but maybe I didn't lack that, so that's why. But
surely why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'll have to
It's not a bad thing, but like with her and myself.
But the emotional sense, yeah. I feel like maybe when I was sad, when I was younger, I was used to like being sad by myself.
Okay.
Sad by yourself?
Like my mom, she wasn't like really an emotional type of person.
A nurturer. Or like, or receptive to like hearing to hearing
things of that nature. So.
Yeah. So when a person was open to hearing you or listen to you, and then like say that basically cultivated a safe space for you, that spoke to you in a different way.
Yeah. So when someone can create a safe space for me, and make me feel like I can trust them, I become more open. Okay. If anything, I'm open on the surface, very open on the surface, but not like.
There's different levels of being open and sharing traumas and things of, can I share myself with you? It sounds very simple, but it's a very intimate thing.
Can I trust to be around you?
Yeah.
I keep my feelings locked up, but you're the only one that really